Hello everybody, this is Tyler, Ocean in the Pocket, and welcome back to Lucid9. Without further ado, let's continue. Good day, General! Akira pops from beneath the desk, face shining in a cheery grin. Glad you decided to join us! I end up smiling back. Sorry if you hear that sliding is the keyboard. Wireless mouse makes this perfect so I can just lean back and relax. So, what's going on today? Oh, just improv exercises, having some fun and all that jazz. Our impromptu performance the other day was about as successful as the Puritan party. So we're taking today to relax and gather our morale. So, it didn't go well? I can say with 100% confidence that it was absolutely terrible. And that's why the classroom and that's why the room is so empty? I see that nothing escapes your eye, Mr. Holmes. Yes, many of our number have deserted us. We're left stranded in the desert, quenched, alone. Oh, whoa! Despite the dramaticism of her tone, I notice that she seems to be happier. You like that there's less people, don't you? Well, that sounds so unpleasant. Rather, a smaller and more intimate group provides for better screen time coverage in the case that our lives are made into a show. A show? What? Think about it. A visual novel with large ensembles casts often purely focus on external conflict, while smaller casts allow room for individual character development and realization. That's how a lot of TV shows work, you know. Unless it's Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1. And if you didn't hear that, that was a dozen stabs in the body of Haru. And if you didn't hear that, I just slapped my knee because that was a really bad joke. And it's too soon. And that's why smaller casts are worse for you if you break a bone. Just when I thought I was beginning to understand her, something like this happens. I see. Of course you do. You have two functioning eyes. Before I respond to an absurdly literal statement, the club president claps her hands, gathering the tension in the room. Okay, guys. I don't think anyone else is coming. Let's get started. The group shuffles into a circle. The president's eyes land on me. Her eyes widen noticeably. Oh, Yama Shimoto. Great to have you here. You remember me? Why, of course, Akira. Akira frankly makes some kind of big gestures with her hands. The president coughs. Akira has a crush on you. She talks about you all the time. She lays awake at night thinking about how your life would be together. How you two can get married and have beautiful blonde kids. And one of them can be named Barry, while the other is named Iris. And they both have incestual relationships and create a kid named Wally. Akira brought you here for a spy, right? It wasn't that long ago. I noticed their unusual actions, but decided to ignore it. Right. Well, you're in luck. Today, I've got great exercises planned. You guys ready? The group, though small, lets out a hearty roar. The president slides a hat towards the middle of the room. Inside it lies a tangled mess of paper. Okay, let's just do some warm-up improv. Akira, do you mind? It'd be a pleasure. Prez. She eagerly shuffles forward and stabs at the random slip. Her eyes drift over to the words. My character is a lawyer. Good. Good. Tetsuya. Why don't you match her? Sure thing, Prez. He also extracts the slip and starts in disbelief. A dragon with an attachment complex to its captive princess. So, the reason behind the dragon in the Tower of Shrek? Great! You guys know the drill. 3 minutes. Ready? Akira straightens, adjusting her jacket. Her partner leaps on the desk and curls lithely, as if he's actually a dragon. Go! Akira strides forward, flipping her fingers to her partner. Hold it, dragon! Hold it! Mr. Dragon, are you not aware of the severe consequences associated with kidnapping? It's a serious felony offense. Your life sentence will be an equivalent of 20 human years or more if you do not cooperate at once. Oh, you can't take her from me. She's mine. My precious. My precious. Akira slaps her hand convincingly on the table. Your Honor, the defendant. We're not in a court of law, little lawyer. Go away before I fry you to a crisp. Take that! I thought that dragons were supposed to be creatures of honor. Must I challenge you to a duel? Partner gives a long, dreary sigh as if genuinely disturbed by Akira's insistent presence. Fine. You want to know, little lawyer, why I refuse to forfeit my precious? Enlighten me! Simply this, little lawyer. You're playing by the code of human. I am playing by the code of dragons. Shall I tell you what the code of dragons states? That dragons can kidnap any poor, innocent soul whenever they are so pleased. No, in fact, little lawyer, it is prohibited for a dragon to withhold a precious maiden for more than 24 hours against her will, barring the major extenuating circumstance. Which is if the place to which she must return is worse than in our possession. The room gasps slightly. Even Akira's confidence falters. What? My dear precious little lawyer, was cruelly abused in her own castle. It is safer for her here than anywhere else. But that can't be! A brief silence falls on the group. I like that. Pronunciated by a shrill tone of alarm. The club president hastily waves her phone as the room breaks into applause. Time up! Great job, Akira! Tatsuya! That was really creative! That plot twist was a brilliant comeback, Tatsuya! It was so fun to watch! When Akira sits next to me, I lean close to her. So, this is just an improv where anything goes? Actually, wow, why can't I do her voice now? Actually, it's more like a battle of wits. As the improv continues, a scenario is created where each person clearly takes one side. While staying in character, they must figure out how to win the battle of wits before time is up. That doesn't seem very even. Oh no, I'm just no good at it. You see, I should have said that the princess was actually Spartan, therefore that the dragon perceived an abuse society perceives as normal. The kind of improv concept is very interesting. I've never thought of something like that before. Okay, next, Yama. Want to give it a try? Sure. Pluck a slip of paper from the hat. Ha! Just my luck. A delinquent boy. What'd you get, General? An edible samurai? A terrific night? You'd flaunt that, wouldn't you, Akira? I guess you could say that she wants to be... I can't take off my glasses. She wants to be... with the knight at night. Yeah! Boom, 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 boom. Sorry to disappoint, but... Hi, guys! Wait, hi, guys! I'm sorry for being late! It's Rui. I knew it. Suddenly, the door flies open and Rui comes rocketing into the room, dumping her backpack on the ground. My mind runs completely blank. Rui, she's part of the drama club. Oh, I've completely forgotten. Oh, perfect timing! Rui, why did you play opposite of Yama? We're doing battle improv! And then her expression, like, yep, that's how I expect her expression to be. Rui's eyes land on mine, surprised etched clearly over her features. Guilt churns in my stomach as she shuffles away, her smile adopting a clearly awkward tint. I probably... The hat's waiting! I think I forgot something. She inches through the doorway. I rub my fingers in my pocket, trying to stem the stifled air out of my lungs. Rui! Wait. Rui! Rui halts in her step, staring pleadingly at Akira. Why don't you be Yama's partner? I'm trying to make her sound sincere, but it's turning bad. Horror spreads across Rui's face. Fierce indignation brewers in my stomach. I bite my tongue to keep my words back. Why? Of all days for her to interfere, why today? Does she know what happened between Rui and me? Is this her way of exacting revenge since she got in the fight with Rui? I had to go, Akira. What? Rui? Rui quickly scoops up her backpack and bolts from the room. Akira's face falls. Well, it was worth a shot. What's gotten her so antsy? An uncomfortable silence descends upon the room. It's more than I can bear. I hurriedly grab my backpack, my mind still clouded with anger. Sorry, I have to go too. Thanks for performance, though. Wait, you too? Already? General, why? Goodbye, Akira. I'm barely able to keep the snap out of my voice as I rush out of the classroom. I hate this piece of music, which means I love it. For you guys who don't know, anything I hate, I love. Or anything that people hate, I love. I love the Fantastic Four movie. It was a good movie. I stop only when I break into fresh air. My thoughts, now broken from their mold, are racing uncomfortably in my head. Rui. Train. Shoji's death. Seeing Rui. Yelling at Rui. Hurting Rui. I even forgot that she was in the drama club. General, hold up! Akira sprints to me, face fraught with worry. Why'd you leave all of a sudden? I clench my jaw, working to keep my words civil. Akira, I need to be honest with me. Okay. Did you also ask Rui to come to the drama club today? She usually comes, but I wanted to make sure. That's answer enough. Why did you want to make sure? Because you wanted us to meet? Well, yes. Akira, please, I've told you this before, but you need to stop meddling. Look, Rui and I fought yesterday. What just happened in that classroom? Well, I think you might have made that scenario a whole lot worse. General, I know that you and Rui fought. What? My anger blossoms in my stomach. Then why did you plan this? Did you intentionally try to make us miserable? Is this because you and Rui are on bad terms? No! Rui and I made up a long time ago. Well, actually, it was just yesterday. But still! This appeases me slightly. I try to withhold my accusations. Then why? You need to make up with Rui, General. You need to make up with Rui, General. I wasn't there, so I don't know who was wrong and who was right, but it's always best to apologize first. The words are unusually straight and simple, especially coming from her. Still, I don't appreciate how she's meddling. Yet again, just... Ugh, Yama! Here's the thing. I don't even know if we will make up. We might just not talk to each other ever again. Move on with our lives. That's exactly what can't happen, General. Don't you see? You move on, you leave loose ends, and you end up with regrets that fester inside you like mozzarella cheese in the Indian summer. Even if it's painful, you need to make up. Because by the time you're ready, it's too late. She sinks into the bench. For the first time, I realize that her chipper demeanor belies an exhausted face. Too late? She spends a moment in pensive silence before she speaks. I can sense a story behind her heavy words. General, you know Shoji, the unfortunate soul who recently died? I do. More than I wish I did. He was in my class. I take a moment to swallow this fact. Shoji had to be part of a class. Of course. I just hadn't thought of such an association. I saw him, General. I knew Akane. I knew the relationship. I knew that she'd disappear, and he was taking it hard. I saw all the signs. Every single one. He'd joke about suicide. He wouldn't talk to anyone, except his closest friend, Haru. But Haru was in a different class. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't sleep. He even was giving his stuff away, and he was saying goodbye to everyone. It's morbidly fascinating. Even while I can sense a heavy sense of guilt in Akira's words, I find the back of my mind cataloging that Shoji was planning to die. That incident at the train was suicide? Of course it was! Come on! Yahiko was trying to save him. The whole reason I chose Yahiko was because of the whole body incident, not because of what happened at the train. I quickly catch myself. Now's not the time to think about this. I need to understand Akira. The weight associated with her guilt, it's not something that she should bear in the first place. He was a textbook example of suicide thinker, General, and I just ignored him. Too awkward to talk to him. Too weird to approach him normally. I did nothing. Rui talked with him. She did what I should have. She did? When did she? No, I shouldn't be surprised. That's something Rui would do. Rui with her big soft heart. The heart that I brutally crushed. Akira, that just shows that his death isn't your fault. If Shoji died regardless of what she said. No, General. No, General. I could have done something. If I had just talked to him. If I had just smiled once. Just waved once. Just let him know that he mattered. He died, General. He died. And it was too late. I'd always thought that Akira's bubbly exterior would allow all the troubles of the world to bounce right off her skin. But she's taken Shoji's death harder than anyone I've seen. The pain in her voice is clearly palpable. General, that's what can't happen with Rui. Life is just too short. You don't know what the next day will bring. You could get run over by a car. Or Rui could get run over by a car. Or a nuclear bomb will hit the Samu and wipe out the entire population. It might sound stupid, but you have to make up now before you have any regrets. She laces her fingers together and stare at them. So, please, talk with Rui, General. Don't let the skirmish turn into a 7-year war. It's clear and open and everything, not the Akira, but everything Akira. All at once. I know I should be empathizing with their pain, but all I could think is that I'm impressed. There's much more to her, a deep part that I never knew was there. I'll try to make up. I try to smile reassuringly. She returns it, her shoulders relaxing. Well, if you need some aid, you can always call for backup. I have a particularly dangerous concoction known as matchmaking plan. All it requires is a nearby Nui there, a bouquet of roses. This isn't a date. This isn't for a date. Well, who's to say that it can't be? I smile at this, but it comes out a little more affectionate than I was expecting. Let's stick with a simple apology. Well, General, even if you want to be boring, I do want to give you any help I can offer. Thanks for the thought, but it's something I should do myself. It's between me and Rui, so I'll take responsibility for it, not you. Akira phrases out the statement. Did I hurt her feelings? I appreciate the offer, though. She only averts her glaze and shuffles away. It concerns me. Akira? Huh? What's wrong? Nothing. I just, that's really cool of you, General. It's very admirable. Admirable? That I take responsibility for my own crap? Well, I don't know. Is it time for me to get going? It must be. They'll all be wondering where I am. So see you, General. Thanks for stopping by. And please, make up with Ruby soon. Bye. And just as suddenly as she appeared, Akira bolts away. Her words are strange. Her analogies are unthinkable. And half the time, I'm not sure if we're speaking the same language. But today, I feel closer with her than most of my longtime friends. Amazingly enough, I think that we're actually starting to reach some semblance of understanding. I head back to my apartment, pondering the encounter in my mind. I don't like this music, which means I love it. It's still light out by the time I return. It's ominous, isn't it? Yep. The day stretches ahead of me, full of possibilities that don't actually exist. I could study, if there was any point in doing so. I could hang out with my friends, if I hadn't already screwed them over somehow. I should just talk to them, honestly, and apologize. At the very least, hear their side of the story, try to understand what exactly is going on in their minds. And yet, I don't. Even I'm not completely sure why, the only clue lies in this nagging thought in the back of my mind. Maybe it's better that they don't know you. Maybe it's better if they didn't have to blow off classes in order to find vague clues for an even vaguer case. Maybe it's better if they weren't forced to deal with some depressed kid who never got over his sister's death. Maybe their lives would be easier. If that's the case, the only thing I could do for anyone, really, is to solve this case. Solve this case and stay out of the way. The key lies in my laps. Everything could change depending on what I saw last night. You're a coward. We'll see about that. I need to know why the exchange took place and what it meant. I break out my train of thought, pondering my next course of action. If the doctors can't be trusted, all I need is a strong trigger, something that can give my brain a nice kick. Like a bloodied corpse. Right. Easy. I raise my phone, hands shaking, nausea churns in my stomach as I bring up my browser search engine, switching the mode to images. I can do this. For Rui, for Masato, Yahiko, Mr. Raida, Shigure, for the people who died. For Mizu. I tap the screen with finality. Gruesome scenery floods my pupils, pulsing into my brain like black oil. It wraps around me, strangling my breath out of my lungs, laughing softly in my ears. Too late. I struggle against it, but the empty eyes, the wash of organs and veins, it sends my head reeling. I vaguely feel myself turn over, retching. Elapse pushes at me, but I push back, reaching into the furthest depths of my mind. Remember, 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 remember. You can do it. A clear high-pitched voice pierces the haziness of my mind. What? I know you can do it! I'm dumped into the yard of some primary school, where there's grass and trees and no towering monoliths of skyscrapers. It's most definitely a suburb. I'm sitting on a swing, and a tiny girl with legs that don't even reach the ground is on the swing next to me. She's a brave one. With every extension of her legs, she pushes higher and higher until she's almost horizontal with the bars. Then I realize that I'm also tiny, and my own legs don't touch the ground. Ah, this day. I remember it well. I remember it to the point of painstaking detail. I remember how the sun fell on my face, how the flowers sang in the wind, how the delighted shrieks of children were a soundtrack that played endlessly in the background. I remember despising it all, because no one should have been happy. Not when I had to move, not when adults kept saying things I didn't understand. Not when Mizu was gone. So, when they come, just tell them, okay? The girl's cheery voice broke me out of my thoughts. I was barely swaying back and forth on the swing. A comical juxtaposition. I know how to say that word, but I can't say some other words. To her very vivid enthusiasm. Okay. It was not okay. I was not okay. I would not just tell him. But as a child, I had very quickly learned that saying okay was the easiest thing to do. Saying okay made people happy. Saying okay made people leave you alone. But this girl was an exception. As she swung down, she suddenly ground her heels into the bark mulch beneath her feet. Wood chips sprayed at me. I promptly leapt to my feet, yelping in indignation. Hey! The girl jumped from her swing, leaning in front of me. When she stood up, her hair seemed to glow like fire in the sunlight. Promise? I flicked bits of bark off my elementary school uniform, nodding dully. Okay. Pinky promise? She stuck out a hand. I shoved mine in my pockets. Okay. You aren't peaky promising. Cross my heart. Hope to die? I didn't speak because I suddenly felt funny. The girl's eyes widened. Oh, maybe you shouldn't hope to die. Your sister is already dead. She said this solemnly. And as a 7-year-old, I had absolutely no concept of political correctness, so I only shrugged. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. There's lots of trampolines in heaven. Trampolines and flowers. Okay. And the girl, through with saying her piece, looked back onto her swing, continuing her crazy quest to the top. I only made shapes in the bark mulch with the tip of my shoe. Suddenly, the girl hunched her knees to her chest and pointed frantically in the distance. Hey, hey, they're coming! Hey! Hey, listen! I shrank against the swing. I didn't need to look where she was pointing. I already knew what lay in that direction. Come on, Yama! Get up! No. You promised! No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You just promised. No, Hey, you poophead. I stiffened and glanced meekly at the newcomers. Full older children, bigger in every dimension, with glittering eyes and smiles that were far too cheery for this time of day, or any time of day, for that matter. You're stupid, poophead. Yeah, why don't you play like us? Doesn't even talk to anyone. Just stares at those freaky eyes. At those freaky freak eyes. Like his freaky freak name. Yama. What a stupid poophead name. He's a mountain. The crazy girl slammed her shoes into the ground again, spraying mulch at them. They didn't even flinch. Instead, they grinned widely. Ooh, he's with a girl. Having fun with the little girlfriend, freaky freak. Ooh, 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 ooh. I only hunched my shoulders and took the abuse. The girl, on the other hand, curled her fingers into fists, crouching aggressively. He's not my boyfriend! We don't kiss yet! Yama and Ruby sitting in a tree. Kissing. I bet he got cooties from her. I don't have cooties. Ew, don't get too close, guys. You might get some. Run away! As the girl Ruby lunged after them, the four split and ran in circles around her, laughing raciously. Hey guys, I came up with a song. Yama needs his mama. Freaky freak just like a llama. Yeah. What's a llama? Doesn't matter. Yama needs his mama. Freaky freak just like a llama. Needs a girl to fight. Cause he's has no might. They slapped their hands together, laughing freely as I fought to keep the sting out of my eyes and throat. Okay. I did this placidly, saying okay would make them happy, saying okay would make them leave me alone. That made me jump, but just as they were about to lose interest, Ruby socked one of them straight in the face with her fist, raised twisting her cherubic features. Her target collapsed to the ground, sniveling, but the rest only laughed. You hit like a girl! Is that the best you can do? Freaky freak and his freaky girlfriend. I'm not his girlfriend! What on earth is going on over here? A teacher jogged over to the scene, followed by a crowd of twittering students, tweeting about how they sat down in the toilet. Rose's eyes lit up, thinking that help was coming. I only continued to stare at my shoe. I knew what would happen. Teacher, these 4 bullets are... Teacher, Yama hit me. Look at him, teacher. I think he's going to die. Yama's not being nice. You said we should be nice, right? At the flip of a switch, the bullies had transformed into a pile of sniveling, clueless victims to the odious freaky freak. Teacher examined the situation before her. Pursing her lips, the crowd awaited her judgment. Even at 7 years old, I already knew what would happen. What it would be. Yama, I understand all the bad feelings you must be dealing with, but you can't hit people, okay? Infuriated, Rui jumped in front of me, yelling at the top of her lungs. They're lying, teacher! I hit him! The teacher smiled tenderly at her. Rui, I know that you're very nice and you want to protect Yama, but he needs to take responsibility for his own mistakes. Yama, come with me. We need to see the principal. Okay. I silently got to my feet and passed through the crowd to her side. Still staring at my shoes, I could hear the bullies snickering in the background. But Rue grabbed at my sleeve, whispering softly, but intensely. You know what? I'm gonna ask Mommy and Daddy. I'm gonna ask them how to get back at those poop heads. They'll be sorry. Just you wait. She released me. The teacher led me away, a proper criminal, to the execution block. Wow. Okay, that'll be this episode of Lucid9. This has been Tyler, hosting of the podcast. See you when I see you. Bye-bye!